Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of 1923 Main Street.
Home of the Daddy-Daughter Disney Travel Podcast. We are your hosts.
I am Mike Bellabraddock.
And I'm Amelia Bellabraddock. And today, as promised in episode 14, we will be talking about the Disney must-dos.
That's right. We're doing our version of Must-Do Disney. And if you've been to Disney World before, then there's no way you have not seen the amazing and awesome Stacey Aswad doing Must-Do Disney in your hotel room. And she's been at it for over 10 years now. And it is pretty much an important part of every Disney vacation.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like watching Stacey's Must-Do Disney?
And who else gets bored sometimes of regular TV and just
plays the must-dos.
Loop after loop.
Loop after loop. So that inspired us. As Amelia said, last week we did our 5 bucket list items. So those are sort of if you're looking for a VIP experience. So if you have not listened to episode 14,
Go listen to it.
Go listen to it.
Because those are kind of once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. Now, these ones are more things that you should definitely and must do, but they're not incredibly hard to get into, and they don't cost a lot of money. Well, I mean, in comparison.
Well, we look at it this way. First of all, we're taking a little bit of a twist on it.
Yes.
And we're going to do it sort of from ages. We're going to break it down into categories from ages 2 to infinity.
And beyond.
Yes, Amelia Lightyear at your service. Yes, so we're going to break it down into what categories are we looking at, Amelia?
So we have 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 9 to 12, and, everybody else.
Everybody else. So those will just be our, general must-dos from our perspective, because we have our own thoughts after all lots and lots of Disney vacations. And we didn't do under 2 because in our experience, we also talked about a couple episodes ago, what is the best age? So we find that under 2 years old, certainly there are a lot of under 2-year-olds at Disney World.
Yeah.
But they don't really interact as much as once you're around 2 and above, you interact more with characters. So we're looking at it from that perspective. Although I will say one of them on the list might be and probably would be under 2. So there's a very special one, and I think it's the first one on our list. So should we dive into the up to age 4 category?
Yes, and then also before we do this, a lot of these things you can do at all ages, but in our opinion, they are just for
very good point.
Yeah, so they're not restricted, but, one of them is. We'll get to that in a minute.
So must-do Disney up to age 4. What are we talking? If so, we're taking this. If someone asked us, what is something I must do on my must-do list? These are what we would suggest you must do.
Well, the first thing is the baby's first haircut.
Oh, yeah, the Harmony Barbershop in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. If you haven't seen it or haven't been to it, it's right inside the gates to your left, right beside the fire hall, between the fire hall and the Emporium.
Yeah.
And it is a classic. I mean, any kid can really go there and have a really magical haircut. It's sort of cool if your haircut is timed right. But the coolest thing, and I think why we put it here, is baby's first haircut. So if you're with you're young, really this could be under 2, I guess. I mean, Amelia took a little bit longer to grow her hair, but some babies are born with lots of hair. So this really defies ages. But if you happen to have the timing right for baby's first haircut, you do get a lot of really cool mementos in the Harmony Barbershop. Yeah,
like some people, they just have really long hair generally, and it's very cute if you see like little babies. Like as some have very long hair. Like my cousin just had a baby. She's born with long hair. I was 2. I was practically bald.
Yeah, Grandma kept saying, "Does she have hair yet?"
No, I did not until I was.
Eventually it came. So So it's good to know about the Harmony Barbershop. It's a definite must-do if you can time it right. I mean, anybody can go get a haircut in there at any time, but it's really sort of cool as a first, I think.
Yeah.
All right. There's only a few things for this age that we have on our must-dos. There's lots of things to do, of course, but these are the things we thought were really cool. What do we have next?
Well, this one, again, for everybody, I did this when I was this age, and then I think a bit older as well, is you can go get a silhouette done.
Love the Disney silhouettes.
Yeah, I have 2.
Yeah, so you know what's really cool maybe we should do that on our next one again, is to sort of do these throughout the year. So the Disney silhouettes are the black cutout on white paper, and they're done in at least 2 places, but the favorite and sort of most original for us is in the
Magic. Land and World.
At Land and World is in both Disneyland and Disney World. They're located just off Main Street on the right in both cases.
Yes.
Disney World's is outdoors in the little, I forget the name of that side street.
Yeah.
And and we, it is sort of fun if you do it every few years, if you go a lot. But Amelia's, we have one from Disneyland and one from Disney World facing each other, and it's pretty neat. It's fun to have them on the wall.
Yeah, and what I would recommend is having like not just your hair down, like maybe in a braid.
If you're a girl.
Or something fancy. Yeah, if you're a girl, because for me, when my hair was down, it was kind of just like a straight head, but I had one with a ponytail, and I actually had a bow headband or like a Mickey headband, and it actually looked very cool. So you don't necessarily need to take your Mickey ears off for that one.
Yeah, they're great keepsakes that you'll have forever. Nice little frames and the whole deal. So definitely consider a Disney silhouette. Now, should we move to...
Well, these next ones are all rides. So these are some rides for the little guys.
All right. What are your must-dos for people up to age 4?
Well, there are 3 top rides, which I definitely recommend. I love them all. In fact, I still do them all. But number 1 is Dumbo.
Oh, yeah. Dumbo is a definite
sweet
Disney
Dumbo.
classic. And of course, since they reimagined Fantasyland in 2012, it's a little bit easier now because they have that great play area that you sometimes when you were little didn't even want to leave that play area.
We're just going to go with the when you were little aspect because I totally don't just do that rather than the ride now.
Yeah,
that would just be.
So Dumbo is a definite must-do for really anyone, but especially, there's not a ton of attractions for under 4, but Dumbo is definitely one. And then, of course, there's another classic. There are a few, but there's another must-do classic.
But you know what happened to me when I was riding Dumbo?
What happened to you?
Because the movie made me cry, and it made me so happy to see Dumbo with like a little smiley face.
Oh, you mean the original animated movie?
I'm sorry, it's sad.
Yeah, it is. All right, what's our next must-dos for up to age 4?
It's a small world after all.
And really, especially if you have a really young one, even a 1-year-old, but 2-year-olds are just, wide-eyed with amazement going through and just watching all of the singing dolls in Small World. So it is a definite must-do for
beautiful, magical experience.
I mean, I'll admit, I still like going through Small World every now and then.
Yeah, it's my mom's favorite ride.
Is it really her favorite ride?
Yeah, she doesn't like thrill rides.
Yeah, she's not a thrill ride person. So that's Small World, another good one for anybody, any must-do for anybody up to age 4. Now we have a couple of... we have one more. And this next one was the very first Disney ride that you ever rode.
And I think it might
still
be
love it till
the only
this
one
day.
I've gone on every single trip.
Yeah.
I go on it every single trip. It's amazing. It's super fun. Not typically a long line. And this is the Prince Charming Regal Carousel.
Or Regal.
Regal. Same thing.
Regal.
Same thing.
It's Regal, which is a word I think you just learned recently. So I'll give you a break on that
learned
one.
it on air, actually.
Yes, that's right. If you've listened to our past episodes, you faithful listeners, you would have heard what does Regal mean. So it is the Prince Charming Regal Carousel. And there's, of course, all sorts of different horse styles on there. And there's even a little carriage spot, I think, where you can sit.
For little kids who can't.
Yeah, for really little kids who can't ride. So
stay on the seat that well.
Those are our definite must-do Disneys for children up to age 4. And I'm just noticing we didn't cover any other parks.
Yeah,
for must-dos because, of course, there's tons of things for people to do. And there's something for kids in every park. There's shows and things. But I guess we just these are what came to mind as our must-dos. And we're sort of partial to the Magic Kingdom. And really, if you're a little one like that.
We do have some in other parks for the other age groups.
Yeah, definitely. But you really, the Magic Kingdom holds the most magic.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. There's way less, like significantly much less stuff for younger Disney travelers in the other parks. And by like young, I mean like incredibly little, like 2 to 4 ages. There's still some things, but Disney Magic Kingdom holds the key. And hey, if you're lucky, I mean, it could get you into horseback riding that carousel. Like me.
Well, did we talk about that already?
Ages.
I think we did. Fort Wilderness, not too far from there for a great trail ride.
Yeah, I started on the carousel.
And graduated to the real deal.
Exactly.
All right. Next age bucket.
Ages 4 to 8.
Ages 4 to 8. So you're getting a little bit older. You're starting to come into some of the height restriction ranges now in this age group. So what do you have, Amelia, as a youngin for this age group? What are your must-do Disneys, ages 4 to 8?
Okay, so for some of these, I have like boy and girl counterparts.
Okay.
So
Or, I mean, they can do both, but they
yeah,
could lean either way.
yeah. So my first one is the Perfectly Princess Tea and the Pirate Adventure.
Okay, so you're talking Grand Floridian here.
Yeah.
So the perfectly print, yes, because it is up to age 9, I believe.
Yeah.
So you were,
Well, I mean, you can go, but it's a different ticket price.
how old were you? 5?
I was
7?
See, perfect age.
Yeah,
You're just
so
proving me right here,
the
Daddy.
Perfectly Princess Tea is that magical experience in Disney's Grand Floridian Resort with Aurora. It's a very upscale experience. And yeah, that's definitely, so you're saying that's a must-do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
a premium must-do, I'll say.
Yeah, but it's not a bucket list item because it isn't.
It's almost like a kid's bucket list item.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty exclusive just because it's
But
pricey.
it is pricey, but we've mentioned this, you get a lot for it.
Yeah, actually, when you were saying that, that's when I said my counterpart to that would be the Pirate Adventure
Yeah.
Cruise, which is, they're
Again,
both
girls
they're both
can
boy
go
girls.
on it,
Yeah, of course.
But typically, the Pirate Adventure Cruise does have a bit more boys, and the Perfectly Princess Tea has a bit more girls.
And we're going to do a hidden gem episode in sometime in the next few weeks. But the Pirate Adventure Cruise, I don't know if I'd call it a hidden gem, but it is something. Now, they do run them. It is something, I was going to let me finish my thought. It is something that not a lot of people know about. And they do have some at, there's one in the boardwalk area, and I think there's one by Caribbean Beach. But I really love the Grand Floridian one.
Yeah.
And what it does is you get on a little pirate ship that is docked by the Grand One Yacht, our favorite, in the Grand Floridian Marina, and it cruises to ports of call, which basically are the docks of the other resorts. And you go on a treasure hunt to find a hidden treasure. And at the end, you do find the treasure, and you get to divide up the booty. And then there are some snacks and things for the kids, but it's a lot of fun. So both of those,
It's very cool.
I like these as must-do Disneys because they're not. We're breaking away from the parks, as you can see, things that will really be memorable for experiences. So these are things we recommend. What else do you have in ages 4 to 8?
And although the Perfectly Princess Tea does have, it's kind of similar to the Pirate Adventure, and like it has snacks. It's a tea. It has like some tea, iced tea for the kids, like jam sandwiches. But it's more like a princess meet and greet with Aurora, and you get some special gifts, and you get to go on a parade. So it's not a dining experience. Is what I will say. Don't think of it as like a dining experience because it's not.
Yeah, it's just more of a snack.
Yeah.
Okay, what else do you have ages 4 to 8 for must-dos from your kid perspective?
Well, even though those ones aren't dining experiences, these next two are. This is again a boy-girl counterpart. Although
I don't look at either of these as boy-girl.
Well,
I know you do as a girl.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, for me as a girl, one of these boys I don't typically think would be as excited to go to them as girls would, but they are also co-ed.
And?
Co-ed. Okay, so these are Cinderella's Royal Table and Chef Mickey's. I love these both. I mean, boys probably love Cinderella's Royal Table too. I don't know. I'm not a boy.
Well, they do make it, boy happy, or anyone who wants to. Maybe we should stay away from the boy-girl and just say princesses or non-princesses.
Yeah.
Because they do have swords if you don't want the princess wand in there.
They do have swords.
But, no matter who you are, it's pretty cool to go in that castle.
Well, yeah. But I'm just saying boys may prefer to meet like the Mickey and Donald rather than Cinderella.
So Cinderella's Royal Table,
Snow White.
Inside Cinderella Castle in the Magic Kingdom again. Yeah, definite. I would agree. Just as a character dining experience, that is
fantastic.
Near the top of my list. And so is Chef Mickey's right next door in Disney's Contemporary Resort. I think this is one of the best. Definitely my personal favorite is the best for meeting Mickey and Minnie and friends.
Oh, me too.
And it's great. Yeah, this is it's not a original, but it's been there for quite a long time.
Yeah.
And it's right in the lobby, open air lobby with monorails going by in the Contemporary. So definitely cool. 2 great must-do dining experiences. Now, what about other rides and attractions? What do you recommend? What were your favorite things? And here's how I want to put it to you. If you're talking to your best friend, if you were telling her, okay, here's the things you've got to do when you go. And hopefully we'll be with them when they go. But if we're not, what are the things?
She's not 8.
No, but her sisters are.
Yeah, okay. Fair point.
In fact, one just turned 8.
Yes, so happy birthday.
Yeah.
The wildest ride in the wilderness.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Still your favorite must-do. You still love it to this day.
Oh, I love it. It's fantastic. But
And so you're saying that over Goofy's Barnstormer.
I'm sorry, Goofy's Barnstormer. By the time you're 8, you will not be going on Goofy's Barnstormer. In fact, I was too old for that when I was 4. So if we want to put a ride, we'd put it in probably a 2 to 4 coaster. It's
So you're not a fan of the Barnstormer, but
it's okay, but it's not
definitely not a must-do for you.
It's not a must-do. It's not. If you want a coaster, but you're not a serious coaster person, that is good. But it's not like Big Thunder is mild. This is just like.
And you take also
mild.
Big Thunder over Mine Train.
Yes, Mine Train is good. It's much better in my opinion than Barnstormer. Barnstormer is good. It's just for incredibly younger children.
All right. What else do you have for 4 to 8-year-olds? Anything in other parks that come to mind?
Well, in other parks, there's again it starts to be a little bit more at this age. In Animal Kingdom, there are some like things that are not like coaster rides, but the safari ride is very cool because if you are into that thing, you can like see a lot
of Kilimanjaro Safari, yeah.
The cool animals. That is another cool thing.
Okay, but let me put it to you this way by parks. You're talking to your friend and or her sister, or actually her sister, okay? Because she's in this age range.
Yeah.
What if you said to her, you must do, well, her 2 younger sisters are.
No, they're not.
One is. Okay, you must do this at Animal Kingdom. What is it?
Ooh, okay.
For this person who we won't name, who just turned 8.
8, I definitely recommend Everest because that's 8. But there's another cool ride that in the Avatar Land, which is super fun too.
Oh, the Navi River Journey?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's another cool thing for especially because it's 4 to 8.
So let's think of Hollywood now. What must you do?
Hollywood?
4, 5, 6, 7, up to 8. Now, I will say, you were 5 the first time you went on Tower of Terror. Is that a must-do for you?
Well, yeah, but it depends. There are people...
Depends on the person, of
You
course.
love or hate Tower of Terror. It's not okay. You love it or you hate it. If you're someone who loves losing your stomach, it's a definite must-do. But if you don't like that, you're going to hate it.
All right.
That's all it is.
And
then also, Toy Story Mania.
Oh,
you shoot things.
Actually, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's great for 4 to 8 because
and even Slinky Dog. So
another great one.
So Toy Story Land, I would say, is a must-do for this age group.
Yeah, it's a must-do for pretty much any age group, but I think it is definitely probably the most.
Yeah, well, like you said at the beginning, a lot of these.
Aliens, Swirling Saucers, yeah, Toy Story Land.
I wouldn't say that's a must-do though.
No, but it's another
if
fun.
If she could only do one ride in that park, what would it be in this age group?
One ride in the park. This age group, Slinky Dog.
Okay.
But that whole land is amazing.
Yeah.
So definitely check that out.
Epcot? Epcot's a bit...
Epcot?
I mean, it's going through some changes, so there's going to be some good stuff coming. But still, for this age group, I can only really... Well, there's a couple of things.
This age group, I'm not sure.
I don't even know if I could name a must-do in Epcot for this age group.
Well, I have one, but it's leaving, so...
Which one is leaving?
Well, Spaceship Earth, but it's being changed.
It's coming back.
Yeah, but it's being changed, so we'll have to see what they do with that one.
Okay, we're not going to force the must-do. So that's 4 to 8. So let's move now ahead to 9 to 12. So now we're in your sweet spot. You are right in this range now.
Okay, so I'm telling my best friend, I'm telling her a lot of rides here. This one is mostly rides because when you're in this age group, like 9, 10, 11, 12, that's what you want to do. You're going for the rides.
So what do you have here?
So my top, and this is my personal favorite ride at all of Disney, is Avatar Flight of Passage, my favorite ride.
Really?
Yeah. It's my favorite ride.
Okay. So that's your favorite ride. What about Rise of the Resistance? You'd rather go on Flight of Passage than Rise of the Resistance?
No, but in my opinion, that is less of a ride, more of an experience.
Okay, so
it's definitely it's fantastic. That is one of my other must-dos.
Okay, so these are both on your must-do list.
But it is not per se a ride because it's like 30 minutes. You get up, you move around. For me, a ride is when you, not like in a box, but like you sit down or you don't move, you don't like walk around within
Okay,
the
I
ride.
know what you mean.
It's fantastic.
But still, it's not
Definitely
just
go
rides,
do it.
right?
But,
Okay, so those
yeah,
are
but
those would both be
I
on
know,
what
but
you
I'm
would
saying
tell her to do,
my
right?
favorite ride is Flight of Passage.
Okay. What else do you have 9 to 12 must-dos?
Okay, so since we're in not Toy Story, what am I saying?
Galaxy's Edge?
Galaxy's Edge, which is also in Hollywood. Hollywood's just getting great right
It's
now.
certainly turned around.
Hollywood's fantastic. Oh, another 4 to 8 one. Great movie ride. Not great movie ride. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Adventure.
Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Yeah, how do we forget that?
How did we forget? Because it's so new. We just forgot about it. Yes, that is a good call. Definite must do.
That's what you were saying the other day.
Oh, and we forgot. We said, we got to remember because we loved it.
Well, we don't. Well, now we do. So,
no,
you know.
I see. I said maybe you'll remember it in
Yeah.
the show. I'm glad you did. That is a definite must
Definitely do it.
I still might like Slinky Dog better personally because I'm a coaster person, but Minnie's Runaway Railway is pretty cool. So try to do them both.
That's super fun.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled 9 to 12 age group. What
Regularly
else do you
scheduled
have?
program. Well, since we're in that area, I mean, Smuggler's Run, obviously, but that's if you can only do one.
Yeah, not
definitely
everything
rise.
can be a must do.
Yeah, but
Well, I
Smuggler's
guess it
Run
can
is,
be.
It
Yeah, we like it. A lot of people.
Hollywood is a must do. If you can only go to like a few parks, Hollywood is the must do park.
You liked Hollywood even before.
Yeah, Hollywood has always been my favorite.
Yeah.
It's just
I think because you like Rockin' and Tower and they're
Yeah.
right beside each
and
other.
they're just getting better and better. So
Okay, what else do you have?
I have Rockin' Roller Coaster.
Ooh, that's another good must-do Disney.
Yeah, it's great. It's super fun. It's very fast.
And I
It
think
goes
they had
upside down multiple times.
Yeah, and even if they change the theming of
Yeah,
it, I'm not
it's-
sure they'll change the track. So,
Yeah, or they'll make it equally as good, maybe even better.
and then what else do you have in 9 to 12 must-dos?
I have the frozen blue milk. Try and get the
Oh, so
frozen.
you've gone to a snack.
Well, I haven't had any snacks, but I have a few snacks in the everybody age group too. But since we're in that land specifically, this age group, Galaxy's Edge is a fantastic land to go in for this age group. And a snack, it's the frozen blue milk. You want to get the frozen kind. It's basically like a slushie.
Yeah, you do not like the regular kind of
Yeah.
sort of but the frozen one is
It's
just
good.
better.
It's just the not frozen kind just kind of looks like milk, but it's blue.
Yeah, the
and
frozen
it's-
one, I would agree. Frozen one's
Yeah,
better. That's a good
it's-
must-do snack.
There is a lot of controversy, like love it, hate it. I love it personally. I definitely recommend trying it.
I mean, if we're getting into snacks, isn't everything a must-do?
Well, that's
Isn't
why we're saving
popcorn
it
a
for
must-do? And
everybody else. Popcorn
all
is
the
just
classics.
But popcorn includes birds. They love it. You drop it, they eat it.
I guess we should just rifle off them. Let's take a quick sidestep here. Must-do snacks. So, popcorn. Mickey sandwich.
Yeah, definitely.
Dole Whip.
I'd prefer a sandwich over bars, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
Can
When
only
I was a
eat one.
kid, I used to love the frozen bananas, chocolate-covered bananas with peanuts. You got to let them thaw
Bananas.
out, though. They always come out so hard you can't bite them. Sometimes the sandwiches do, too.
Yeah. But they're
And
super
Dole
good.
Whip, for sure.
Yeah.
Everything else, to me, is not a
Yeah.
must-do.
Pretzels are good, not a must do.
Yeah. Okay. Now, 9 to 12 in any other parks? Do you have any 9 to 12s in Magic Kingdom or no? Like specific to 9 to 12 and not everyone?
9 to 12, Magic Kingdom. No, I don't think. So Magic Kingdom is more, like, it's great for everyone, but it's geared more to, like, the princesses and the younger children more in
And
Magic Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
Animal
Oh, we
Kingdom.
covered
This isn't
Yeah,
this isn't everyone one.
Epcot, sorry.
Epcot, Test Track.
For 9 to 12? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Oh,
so
that's
that's
great.
a must. Or Test Track over Soarin'?
Yeah.
Now, you were
Soarin's more-
you started enjoying Soarin'. You may not remember at
Yeah.
like age 4.
And I always hold up my Mary Poppins
Yeah,
umbrella.
you would
well,
keep
my
your-
hand.
Yeah,
Hold
your
my hand up like I was Mary Poppins.
Your hand with a fake umbrella for the
Dun,
entire
dun,
ride, you
dun.
would hold it up in the air.
My arm is very sore. I do not
and
recommend
sing the
that.
theme song. Okay, so as we close out this episode, we're coming to the end. Now we are
Yeah.
going to do must-do Disneys for everyone else. So only things we haven't covered. So
Yeah.
I know my personal favorite must-do Disney is the Haunted Mansion
Yeah,
at the
no.
Magic Kingdom.
I definitely recommend that.
Every single trip I go on that. I
Yeah.
love it. It's original and it's
I
still
got
good.
scarred when I was little from that ride.
Well, you loved it when you were little.
Yeah, and then we stopped for 20 minutes in front of Constance.
Yes, Kat Cressida, if you're listening.
Yeah.
your voice worked there, scarred Amelia for many years.
It's 20 minutes looking at pictures of dead husbands.
No, well, we stopped. Now, we stopped in the attic there, and the ride broke down right in front of the hologram of Constance just before you leave the attic. And Amelia,
I was 5. She had an axe.
For 5 minutes, she heard it over. Now,
It was 20.
Okay, I loved it because the ride was still, and I got some amazing photos in the dark because we weren't moving. So I like when dark rides stop.
I got some amazing trauma in the dark.
But you got over that trauma again.
Yeah, love the ride.
Now we're back. All right.
It's not that scary, except if you sit in front of it.
What else do we have on our everybody else list? So must do Disney across the whole place. Can be anything.
Yeah, well, this is also in Magic Kingdom. We have Space Mountain. Just go on it. It's amazing.
I consider that a must do Disney as well. Sure, it's 1975 and it's, not.
Well, it does have a height limit, but once you're old enough to do it, it's fit for every age group.
And there's going to be a lot of great must-dos coming, with the new Tron coaster and Guardians at Epcot and that sort of thing. But we're just talking about what's there right now that are must-dos for us. I'd like to add a couple of things.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think we have another good friend who's a faithful listener and a big Disney fan who I was shocked to find out, I think about a year ago, that she had never been to Disney Springs / Downtown Disney / the Disney Shopping Village, as it's been called. And you know who I'm talking about, and you're listening. I'm not going to call you out, but
you know you are.
So I would absolutely say, and this just made me realize that a lot of people, they go and they plan their Disney vacation around the parks.
Plan time.
Go to what is now called Disney Springs.
They're getting a Lululemon. You're going to spend money.
It's a must-do as far as I'm concerned. So much to do there.
Yeah, that is great. They have food. They have great stores. They have Zara, Sephora.
Great stores. Lots of so much good dining. Yeah. It's not all table service like Polite Pig or Deluxe Burger.
They got
Blaze Pizza.
They have movie theaters. They have everything.
Yeah. And the new Cirque du Soleil show is just opening. So as we record this. So definitely that's a must-do for me, I would suggest to people. There's the water parks. I don't know if they're must-dos, but they're fun.
Those are very fun.
If you do go on Summit Plummet. This is one that our friend Stacey has as a must-do, and I 100% agree. Summit Plummet at Blizzard Beach is a must-do.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. It is very steep.
And it does have an age limit, or a height limit,
48 inches.
Yeah, but it is a must-do
so
if
I
you
would
like
put
those.
that in 9 to 12, actually.
In fact, I would consider that the scariest ride at Walt Disney World, if you call it a ride.
9 to 30 or 9 to 50 or something. I don't know. Just, it's not for elderly people.
No.
And for younger kids.
You'll be able to self-assess whether you're going to want to do it. And a lot of people bail out at the top. So once you climb up there.
Don't be that person that you're just going, excuse me.
Well, if you're going to do it, do it quickly. Don't hum and haw. They won't let you for too long.
Excuse me.
Do you have any other must-do Disneys across the whole place?
No, but there are some that I do want to mention that I had in 9 to 12 for everybody. Test Track, it's great. You get to design your own car. You get to be if you want your kids to have a learning experience, do that. They get a fun ride. It's a competition. You have competitive people.
Yeah, you watch your score to see how your car performs throughout the race.
Yeah, or if you have overbearing parents who tell you, "Oh, that thing, daddy."
Must be a different daddy.
Oh, yeah. So,
any other must-dos you can think of? There's so many things that are just great. There's so many
super fun things.
If we have to start thinking now, I don't know if they're, we'll probably think of things after, but really.
Actually, everything in 9 to 12 are great for everybody.
For everyone. But I would say Everest is my only other one, but we mentioned that. Expedition Everest.
Yeah, Everest is great.
Another must-do. For me, I think I like it a little bit more than Flight of Passage again. Flight of Passage I love, and it was great for a while, but I think Everest has more long-standing appeal to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've covered it off now.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this. We did try to break it down and let Amelia give you a kid's perspective on what are must-do Disneys for your younger ones.
We might have to do an updated version when everything changes in a few years.
We'll definitely do an updated version as time changes.
Definitely.
So we hope you enjoyed this and found it useful, and share us what your must-do Disneys are. I mean, everything is great. We love doing everything, but we tried to look at it from if you could only do certain things, what would they be? So this was our must-do Disney list. So thanks to Stacey Aswad for giving us the inspiration to do our own must-do Disney list. And we love watching yours.
She's amazing.
And get in touch with us if you want to share your favorite must-dos. Follow us on social. We are on every channel, just at 1923 Main Street. So we love having you along for the ride. And thank you so much for listening. We totally appreciate it. And we love doing this show every week, knowing that you're out there and listening. So have a magical day, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the show this week.
Bye-bye.